you have a weapon proc or something. If you have like a trinket with a weapon proc on it, or if you happen to get like a weapon, like I did with the gut ripper with a chance on hit, then Wind Fury weapon is competitive with Rockbiter. But Rockbiter and Wind Fury weapon do the same damage basically, like over the period of time. Like if you over a minute whatever swings, Rockbiter and Wind Fury weapon are going to do the same damage. But Rockbiter will hit every swing, and Wind Fury weapon might hit when they're at 1% health. You're right. Yeah, it doesn't. They're both weapon imbues. And you don't get Wind Fury weapon. You get Wind Fury at 30 cargoes. You get Wind Fury weapon at 30. You get your Wind Fury totem at 32, I believe. Yeah, Wind Fury weapon's level 30, and Wind Fury totem is 32. Yeah. My god, the music is really loud. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit. There's a beak. So Rockbiter's always better just because it always hits, and you'll never overkill with it, other than if you crit at low levels. But with Wind Fury, you're likely to overkill, and even though you might like one-shot a mob with a Wind Fury crit, chances are you'll also hit a mob when they're at 10% health with a Wind Fury crit, and it's like wasted damage proc. Do you swipe the Flame Tongue against the high armor target or lead or something? Not usually. I like it's hard to know when a mob has high armor is I think the biggest problem. Can you rock biter the fishing pole? Yeah, you can rock biter the fishing pole. That's what I'm doing. It's got it on right now. Look, rock biter 2 for 4 minutes. I think it's the problem is knowing that the mob, like doing the math on the fly cargoes when you're fighting a mob that's high armor, and you're like, oh, is this mob? You have to like then, because the Flame Tongue damage and Rockbiter damage is basically the same. It's like especially at like this level, it's like asking for like 1 damage difference on each swing. So even against high armor targets, it's like, okay, let me do the math real quick to see if this mob's a high armor target. Like, I mean, the only time you know that is if they have like a shield or something, and then you assume that the Blizzard coded them to have high armor. Thinking like Denderbar's like a turtle. I guess you would know that turtles have it. But Rockbiter still scales better, especially if you're enhancement, because Rockbiter scales with your weapon crits. So if you have a bunch of weapon crit, Rockbiter's better, because you'll crit more often, and your Flame Tongue weapon won't benefit from your melee crits at all. And it does like the same damage with just auto attacks as a Rockbiter weapon. The answer basically is that Rockbiter is better at all times than every other weapon imbue. The only time I really switch weapon imbues is Frostbrand for slows. If I'm fighting mobs that run, I'll throw a Frostbrand, so that I don't have to waste mana to slow them. If I'm like at a really tight area where mobs run when they get low on HP, I'll throw a Frostbrand weapon on, which I think is level 20 something? What level's Frostbrand? Frost Shock is 20, Frostbrand is 20 as well, okay. Yeah, Meldron has a whole video about it that goes in super depth into the weapon imbues on Shaman. Can you get a G invite? Let me see. No, you cannot. Guild is full. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I just learned it from Elderon, man. That guy's a numbers machine. Yeah, the guild's full right now. Wonder if there are a lot of dead toons that are still spirits in the guild. Yeah, maybe. It's also a lot of people that will make a character and then they will decide they don't want to play that character and they'll make another and then they'll leave the other one in the guild as well, right? And they just won't ever log into it again because they've changed their character. I think that's probably the most of the people. Or people that made the character then gave up on the hardcore challenge. You know, there's a lot of that, I'm sure. But it's or people starting a duo, right? Or someone comes along and says, "Hey, do you want to do a duo with me?" And they go, "Oh yeah, sure." Shaman, what happened, man? I died. I died at level 35. It was like a Nixia debuff, man. I'm telling you, the fishing pole is so strong that it made me think I could take on level 37s like it's a joke, right? Like I was like, 37s, whatever. I wasn't timid at all fighting 2 level 37s when I should have been. Yeah, Mando, that's what happens. And periodically we're kicking people. Periodically we're kicking people from the guild that haven't logged in for a long time. I think it's like a week. I think it's literally like they haven't logged in a week because it's so easy to get back in the guild. It's not like kicking someone like permanently removes them. They just have to ask anybody in the guild to bring them back in. Are there any cool class quests for Shaman other than totems for weapons or armor? Thinking of cool stream content to go for? I think the only one I could think of was the one that Graze did. Did Graze finish it? The class quest for the that water totem or that sunken temple quest, the level 50. I don't know if that's the, but other than that, just the air totem, water totem. Air totem's so stupid, man. Okay, so here's the thing, Cargos, about air totem. Just so you're aware, when you finish your air totem quest, you get a buff for 1 hour that increases your movement speed. What is it? How much is it? Where's my... Oh, I don't have Ghost Wolf yet. It increases your movement speed by 20%? 30%. Is it 30%? For an hour. So if you want to like find something spicy that you can do, you can line it up with your air totem turn-in. So you have this like Dragon Slayer buff, what's it called? War Chief's Blessing, and then you get it's a 1 hour attack speed increase. Excuse me, it's a 1 hour attack speed and movement speed increase of 30%. Does Ghost Wolf work like Prowl in the sense it gives you stealth? It does not. No, Ghost Wolf doesn't give you any benefit other than movement speed, and you're also a beast. So you can't be sapped by rogues and stuff. That's the other thing that happens. You're considered a beast. So if you're ever in PvP, if you guys are ever in Arathi Basin and you're protecting a flag, just stay in Ghost Wolf so that rogues can't sap you. But yeah, so the movement speed increase and attack speed increase is an hour long, and it's ridiculous, man. It's really scary how much damage you do. It's like having flurry active at all times, for an hour. So if you can find something to do at level 30s when you get your air totem, but you don't need to turn it in. It's whenever you turn it in, and it's like the simplest quest in the game. You just walk up and turn it in after you hit level 30. I got Taco Bell grats? Yeah. Congratulations. This guy saw my totem. I think the thing that kills most hardcore shamans is probably your totems being targeted. I don't know if that's true. I don't have any data to update it. I think it's anecdotal for me. The things that scares me the most is my totem being seen by a mob that I wasn't planning on and then dying because I didn't, recall my totem or put it somewhere safe. Some mob patrolled or respawned on top of my totem when I was like 20 feet away, and I didn't notice. And then all of a sudden I'm fighting a mob and some guy runs up on me and kills me or attacks me. That's what happened on the with that giant elite out in. Does the macro that cancel your totem still work? No, Cargos, it doesn't. They fixed it so that it doesn't work. It was back in like I think when Phase 2 came out, they fixed that. That giant? Yeah, the giant in the water. He saw my totem. That's why he saw me. Yeah, so the best way to get rid of a totem is either drop a stone. If you want to get rid of an earth totem, your shortest duration earth totem is Stone Claw. It only lasts for 15 seconds. Or you can drop an earth bind, which lasts for 45 seconds. Yeah. Stone Claw lasts for 15. I think that's your shortest duration earth totem. So if you want to get rid of an earth totem, drop Stone Claw. But then you also got to remember you won't have Stone Claw for 30 seconds, right? Just plant a new one. Yeah, exactly. Just plant a new one is your only option. And then another thing that'll get you killed, another thing that you have to be careful on a Shaman is your Searing Totem. Searing Totem has no restraints. If there is a red mob in range of your Searing Totem, it will pull that mob. It does not care. Not gonna lie, John, watching you play hardcore is making me really miss it. Oh, it's working. It's working, Cargos. Searing Totem go burr? Yeah, Searing Totem does not care how much health you have. Searing Totem does not care what your HP is, or your mana, or that you're ready for the next pull. Searing Totem just pulls. It says this is the time. Searing Totem's a zug to the extreme, man. It just attacks. It's an aggressive pet at all times. Razorman Hunter. We need one more Hunter to kill. I think I already got the so I think the Searing Totem might attack this guy over here. I think he's out of range of it. But he might attack it. We'll have to find out. No, he's out of range. He's out of range. This guy's too far. So we're done with this quest now. We could do the Supply Crossroads quest, but we'll go kill Plane Striders until we find our thing. So again, our totems are over there. In this area, the worst part is the hunters. The hunters patrol all around here. The other thing you can do to drop a totem is just run far enough away from it that it goes away. I think it's like 100-yard range or something. There, see, it got destroyed because I ran far enough away. What spec are you going for? I'm going Resto with improved Ghost Wolf. So I'm going to get improved Ghost Wolf at level 20. And then other than that, I'll go down the Resto tree. And then after I get to Nature Swiftness, I'll go down the Elemental tree to get Elemental Focus. The last Shaman I did Elemental. And that was good. I felt like Elemental was a really good spec. I would like to try an Enhancement Shaman too. I've never done Enhancement to 60 for hardcore. But it scares me doing Enhancement to 60 because Enhancement's liable to put themselves in a scary situation. Wait, that's a level 13 Shaman that wants to go to RFC. Whatever, that's fine. Enhancement's more likely to put themselves in a scary situation than Elemental is, because Elemental won't pull a mob when he's at low mana. Feels like Enhancement Hardcore would be rough. Yeah. I think it's very gear dependent. I think Elemental's less gear dependent, and also you make less bad decisions as Elemental because you have a finite mana resource, and it's very easy to see how much you can do. While Enhancement, it's hard to see like where your limits are. It's not so cut and dry as like, there's my mana bar. I don't have enough mana to kill this guy. As an Enhancement Shaman, you're like, well, maybe I'll get a crit. I'll regen mana while I'm meleeing. It's fine. Don't worry. It's all good. Low mana parry 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 on high level mobs. Yeah, I mean that's what happened to me on the Shaman, right? Fisherman died because I decided to fight a level 37 mob like it wasn't gonna parry me. It parried me 3 times during that fight. Done with the Planestrider beaks. Let's go turn that in. Now we're in the easiest. Now we're in the easiest part of the run, dude. Bunch of stuff. Do you like shorter or taller women more? I don't have a preference, honestly, Shy Guy. I don't care. And how tall am I? I'm 6'2". Wind Fury RNG giving you that false hope? 100%, right? That's exactly what it is. Hey, we're the same height? Nice. If it was just that one mob, you'd have been fine. Yeah, I mean, that was my fault, though. I pulled both mobs. And then I also, I could have slept the second mob. I had outs. I had options. I just didn't realize how much damage they were going to do, and I didn't play safe. Looking for weapon crates while I'm here. How are you today, John? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Darn you tall people. We're looking for weapon crates. We can find a weapon crate, it'd be nice. It's like 5 silver. I'll check upstairs. My wife is 5'0", so it makes for fun pics. Yeah, my brother married a 4'8" 3/4. I think it might be 4'9" or 4'10". I'm not sure. Yeah, the weapon crate's here again. Look, just check for the weapon crate. Hopefully, we'll get 5 silver this time. But we get blunt claymore, 4 silver, 51 copper. Boom. Let's buy the cooking recipe over this guy. How many strider meat we got? We got 14 strider meat. Nice. Better that. Strider stew. Is Stormstrike even worth using as deep enhance? It's so expensive and low impact. So the thing about Stormstrike is it increases the damage of your next 2 nature spells. So if you Stormstrike and then you let your lightning shield proc on those mobs, your lightning shield will do an insane amount of damage. It'll proc twice, and both those procs will be increase the lightning shield damage. It's not bad. It makes your lightning shield do more damage. You don't have to use it on Earth Shocks, right? The 20% damage increase. You can use those on any nature procs you want. You can use it on like a. If your weapon happens to have a nature damage proc on it, it's okay. But yeah, I don't think Stormstrike's all that worth it. That's why, Cargos, that's why I think Elemental Fury is better. Elemental Fury increases your crits to 100% increased bonus damage on your crits instead of 50%. That's why I like Elemental so much more, because I just don't think enhancements, it's only 55 mana. Is that scale higher? Does that scale at level 60 or 50? Does this scale with each level? It must, right? It can't be 55 mana. That's a lie. That's just a tool to bear at this low level. Alright, how much cooking can we do? Always got some tasty crits from Stormstrike Earthshock? Yeah, it does make big numbers, right? If you're grinding on the mob and you use Shock, Lightning Shield, Flame Totem, Stormstrike, you're like out of mana? Yeah, right. Yeah, you are, Cargos. Right, you are. That's why you get, I think, Intellect and Spirit's like some of your best stats as well. That's the problem with, that's the biggest problem with DPS Shamans in Classic. It's not that they don't do damage, it's that they run out of, strike. I think the guild's full, yeah. Guild's full, strike. where's our thing? Did we already do it? Oh, there it is. Strider's 2. Strider meat and shiny red apples. Need 14 apples. That's why I like, so that's another reason I like elemental cargoes, is that I can spam intellect on my character and I don't have to worry about running out of mana as much. Like, you still run out of mana, but I'm more worried about, you know, I can fight mob to mob and not run out of mana every single mob. Basically, the Shaman is mad, multi-attribute dependent. Absolutely, Mandalorian. Yeah, you have to do so much to make your character viable, as opposed to most classes don't have to worry about it. Always front load all my abilities and melee to death. Exactly. Yeah. Your lightning shield, flame shock, searing totem are your best mana to damage ratios. Jamin, are you competing in next weekend's Hardcore Cup? I hope so, Overchi, but my duo partner hasn't responded, so I might have to find a new duo partner this week. Just spam Earthshock rank 1 because it doesn't reset the swing timer? Yeah, you could do that, but then you might need it for interrupts and stuff too. I just let my auto attacks kill him. If you really want the clear cast, you can. It's still the reason you spamming rank 1 spells interrupts your mana per 5, right? And that's the biggest problem with spamming a rank 1 spell, is that you're not regenerating any mana in combat at all if you spam a rank 1. I look at it more as like a priest cargoes, where you're gonna put all your abilities up, and then you're gonna wand till they die. And auto attacks, and you'll use your auto attacks more as like a wand to let your mana regen, as opposed to spamming your rank 1 Earthshock to hope for procs. It's not bad, but you're still gonna run out of mana eventually. Isn't it already interrupted if you're re-upping Lightning Shield? Well then, you don't have to re-up Lightning Shield every time, I mean. That's what I mean. Usually a Flame Shock, a Lightning Shield, and a Searing Totem, and auto attacks will kill almost any mob your level. You don't have to re-up and cast another ability. Like your damage is lightning shield and autos, but you're fishing for procs constantly? Right. I mean, you could do it. It's probably fun to play, fishing for them. But I feel like you'd run out of mana constantly because you're not getting any mana ticks at all. You're not getting any mana regen. While a lot of my mana comes from, while I'm playing, letting my mana regen. Because shocks, especially if you go elemental and elemental devastation, if you go over reverberation, your shock is now a 5-second cooldown. So you get 0 mana per 5 at all, because within the 5-second rule, you're just going to spam a new shock, a rank 1 Earth Shock. It's not terrible, but you're still going to spend mana on totems every fight. You're going to spend mana on Lightning Shield. You're going to spend mana on Flame Shock maybe. Earth Shock rank 1 constantly. Like, I mean, if you just use rank 1 Earth Shock only, if you're not using Lightning Shield, then it's probably okay. And if you're just using rank 1 Earthshock and auto attacks, it's probably going to last for a good amount of fights. We're doing Raptor Heads. Let's go do Raptor Heads, Fungal Spores, and we'll grab the Centaur Bracers as well. I don't want to fight I don't want to fight Redguard Deathgate yet. Or not. Is it Redguard Deathgate? No, it's Barak Kodobane. I don't want to fight him yet. Let's go do Zebras, and we'll go do Ratchet, actually. Yo, the Illipton? The Illipton? Yo, what's up, man? Thank you for the follow. The Illipton. So we're looking for zebra hoops, because we need 4. And then this quest line for shamans is really good. You can do this at like level 16 or 17. If you're looking for a spicy cargoes, if you're looking for a spicy weapon to get, do this quest as low as you can. Hold on, what is it called? Let me look. I'll pull it up for you. What quest are we on right now? It's the zebra. Hold on. The zebra. That's not. Oh, I turned it wrong. It's the zebra. Okay, so this quest line right here Can you guys see this? So this quest line right here from Segra Darkthorn that starts in the Crossroads. The first quest right here is Speak with Segra Darkthorn, right? Whatever. Planestrider Menace. It's the quest for the Planestriders. The next one's Zevra. The next one's Prowlers. The next one's Uchiaki. The next one's Angry Scythe Claws. This guy called it a zebra. I called it a zebra, excuse me, not a zebra. I called it a zebra because I moved the E and the H. Then you got the Jorn Skyseer quest line down in Camp Tarajo. So this quest line right here gives you the really good, it's the Cry of the Thunderhawk quest line you want. So it requires level 10 to do. This quest line you can do at any level. If you can actually get it done early, you can get a really, really big weapon. So this Wind Rider staff is a 13 DPS, 6 Spirit staff, 2-handed weapon. I usually get this done around 17 or 18. I don't really want to do this before that, because you have to kill Thunder Lizards down in Camp Tarajo. You have to kill the the Thunderhawks. But the earlier you can get this staff, the better. It is a level 10 weapon, right? It's a level 10 quest. So you could do it really, really early if you wanted to. If you could find a way to get carried through it, but obviously it's hardcore, you're not going to get carried through it. And then you also have to kill, the thing about it, it has this whole quest line, right? So you also have to kill Ishmael, which is the raptor. And then you have to kill the enraged thunder lizards. So these are all this, and then the angry scythe claw one where you have to do the raptor nests. So these are like level, I believe, what level are these raptors? Level 16 to 18, okay. So yeah, if you're trying to do this early, you have to kill raptors that are like 18, right? Yeah. Trying to get that staff really early. And then the next staff you can get after that is the one from what's his name? The Torix Assault. But by then you're level 20, you can get a two-hander. Torix Assault here gives the Polished Walking Staff, which is a 15.9 DPS weapon with 7 intellect, 3 stamina on it. So usually I'll get this, or you can do what's it called? The spider. What's her name? The spider quest line in Stone Talon. The elite spider drops a staff, right? What's her name? Quests. There it is. Arachnophobia. Drops a 13 DPS, 5 intellect, 4 stamina quest for killing this girl. You can kill Besselith. That's another two-handed weapon with 13 DPS. I never do this quest because I don't want to deal with her. I'm too scared. I'm too much of a baby. I'm too scared to do those things, guys. And then there's a, I believe 11 DPS